Hello students, I'm Merlin Tabitha and I'll be handling social science for you all. As a start, today we are going to see Unit 1 of Geography, the Universe and the Solar System. First, we see the conversation between the student and the teacher. Here, the teacher starts by asking a student where he resides. As the student answers, the teacher continues to ask the place and then the continent where the student resides. As a conclusion, the student says that he resides on Earth. But when the teacher continues questioning where is Earth, the student remains quiet and then they say that they doesn't know. The teacher starts explaining that the Earth is the third planet in the solar system, which is in the galaxy. To know about the galaxy, the solar system, the teacher starts explaining. So let's also join with them and learn about the universe, solar system, and the galaxy, and so on. First of all is the hierarchy of universe. First comes the universe, then the galaxy, then the solar system, planets, and finally the satellites. What is a universe? Universe is nothing but a vast expanse of space. It is believed to have come after the Big Bang explosion. And universe consists of billions of galaxies, stars, planets, comets, asteroids, meteoroids, and natural satellites. They are collectively called the celestial bodies, and the unit used to measure the distance is called light year. The galaxies, stars, planets, comets, asteroids, meteoroids may sound different for you all. Don't worry, students. We will be looking at all these in our today's class. Moving on. Let's start with looking at what is a galaxy. A galaxy is a huge cluster of stars held together by the gravitational force. Some of them are scattered while some of them are in groups. The Milky Way was formed about 5 billion years after the Big Bang explosion. Our solar system is also a part of the Milky Way galaxy. So let's see what a solar system is. A solar system is nothing but it comprises of the Sun, 8 planets, dwarf planets, satellites, comets, asteroids, and meteoroids. All these together form the solar system. Let's see them in individual. Sun. We know what is a sun. Sun is the center of the solar system and all the other planets are around them. They go around them. Each member of the solar system revolves around the sun. And that's how we get the sunlight. The sun is made up of extreme hot gases like hydrogen and helium. The sun is also a star and it gives light on its own. The surface temperature is believed to be 6000 degrees Celsius, and the sun is a source of light and energy to the whole solar system. Let's see what is a solar system. The solar system is nothing but the planets. Firstly, planets. Planets means wanderer. There are 8 planets. It is called to be wanderer because it revolves around the sun. It rotates anti-clockwise. Except Venus and Uranus, every planet rotates anti-clockwise direction. The path in which the planets move is called the orbit. The 4 planets that are nearer to the sun are called inner or the terrestrial planet, and they are said to be smaller in size. And the last 4 planets that are farther from the sun are called as the outer planets or the Jovian planets, and they are said to be the gaseous giants. Let's see the first 4 planets, which are called as the inner or terrestrial planet and are believed to be smaller in size. First is the Mercury, which is nearest and the smallest of all. It is airless and waterless, so you cannot find any air or water in Mercury, and it experiences the extreme temperature as it's closer to the sun. Second is the Venus. It is also said to be hot, but it is also called as the twin of the Earth. It takes 343 days to rotate as it rotates in the opposite direction. Third is the Earth. It is considered to be the 5th largest planet, and it is the planet in which we live. It is called the blue or the watery planet as it has a lot of water in it, and it is the only planet to support life. It revolves at the speed of 30 km per second. Next is the Mars. It is the second smallest planet after Venus and is known as the red planet. It is known as the red planet because it appears red due to the iron oxide on its surface. So moving on to the outer planets. The first outer planet is Jupiter. It is the largest planet and the fastest spinning planet. Its atmosphere is mostly of hydrogen and helium like the sun. Next is the Saturn. It has many rings around it, and the rings are huge and are made up of ice, rocks, and dust particles. Next comes Uranus. It appears green due to the presence of methane, and it also rotates in the opposite direction and is tilted. Neptune is the last planet and is said to be the coldest planet and the farthest planet from the sun. It's too far from the sun because it is the last planet. There are strong winds in this planet, and it is blue and white in color. There we come to the end of the 8 planets. Next comes the dwarf planets. What are dwarf planets? They are small celestial bodies found beyond Neptune. They are extremely cold and dark. They are spherical in shape, that is, the shape of a ball, and they seem to share their orbit with other dwarf planets. They don't have separate orbits like the 8 planets, but they all share same orbits. There are 5 dwarf planets. They are Pluto, Ceres, Eris, Makemake, and Haumea. Moving on comes the moon. We all see moon every day. Moon is nothing but the Earth's satellite which revolve around the planets. It revolves around Earth once in every 27 days and 8 hours. It has no atmosphere. The size of the moon is 1/4 of the Earth, so it's smaller than the Earth. The moon is the only celestial body where humans have landed. Next, let's look at the asteroids and the meteors and the meteorites. What are asteroids? They are small, solid objects that move around the sun. They are found as a belt between the Mars and the Jupiter. They are too small and are known as the planetoids or the minor planets. So, they are also minor planets that are found as a belt between Mars and Jupiter. Moving on, let's see the meteors. What are meteors? A meteor is a stone-like or a metallic body which burn while entering into the Earth's atmosphere. They appear as streaks and are known as shooting stars. Meteors which strike the Earth's surface are called meteorites. So you can see the meteors in the picture given near. We often encounter them and say them as shooting star, but their real name is meteors. Moving on, what is a comet? It is a celestial object made up of head and a tail. So a comet has a head and a tail. The head of comet consists of solid particles held together by ice, and the tail is made of gases. Halley's Comet comes close to the Earth every 76 years. It has lastly appeared in the year 1986 and is believed to appear next in 2061. Next is the motion of the Earth. Motion of the Earth is nothing but the moving of the Earth. We often think that sun moves, the moon moves, but it is not the sun or the moon that moves. It is the Earth that moves. It is equal to our thinking when we go in a bus or a train. We often think that the trees outside are moving, but it's not the trees outside. Rather, it's us inside the bus moving. Likewise, the sun and the moon aren't moving, but it is the earth that moves. It keeps rotating around the sun, and so it is different for us in the morning, afternoon, and in the evening. First, let's look at the shape and the inclination of the Earth. The shape of the Earth is spherical, and its axis is always tilted or inclined. Rotation. The Earth rotates from west to east, and it's believed that it takes almost 23 hours, 56 minutes, and 4.9 seconds to complete one rotation. The rotation causes the day and the night. As Earth is spherical, the front and the back part encounter different timings of day and night. When the front part encounters the day, the back part encounters the night. When the back part encounters the night, the front part encounters the day. The line which divides the terminator is the terminator line. This is the line which divides between the front and the back part. Revolution of the Earth. It is the movement of Earth around the Sun on its elliptical path. The Earth takes 365 days to complete one revolution. And that makes a year. Moving on, let's look at the spheres of the Earth. There are 4 spheres in the Earth. The first is the lithosphere. The lithosphere is the solid outer layer of the Earth consisting of rocks and soil. It is the land on which we live. Lithosphere. It consists of water bodies such as oceans, seas, rivers, lakes, ice caps on mountains, and water vapor in the atmosphere. Third is the atmosphere. It is the envelope of air that surrounds the Earth. It is filled with different gases like nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, hydrogen, helium, argon, and ozone. So it is filled with gases. Last is the biosphere. It is the narrow belt of interaction between the above 3 lithosphere, hydrosphere, and the atmosphere where life exists. It consists of different ecosystems which consists of its own climate, plants, and animals. Here we come to the end of our lesson. So today we learned about the galaxy, planets, asteroids, meteoroids, comets, moon, and many more. Hope you understood the lesson, students. Thank you for listening. See you in the next class. Until then, take care.